The fire crews are fighting a blaze at an apartment complex on the city's northeast side, what we've been able to learn in the past half hour.
Plus, we've got new details on the suspect involved in a deadly shooting Friday night at the largest mall in America. That's still ahead in your morning headlines.
Okay, I'm saying 23 degrees now. Earlier it was 19 degrees at 6 this morning. How long will this hard freeze stick around for? Sarah Spivey will let us know. She's also tracking the big guy, Santa, as he makes his way across the globe.
That's right. Good morning, San Antonio. It's 9 o'clock this morning, December 25th. So Merry Christmas Eve. And as Sarah, as you were mentioning, we're inching our way into warmer temperatures, but not quite. Not quite there.
But you know who knows how to stay warm during this extreme cold is the man, Santa. And he's delivered what? How many gifts so far?
1.3 billion gifts. I just saw the update there before I was able to update this graphic. 1.3 billion gifts. He's got a long way to go before he's here in San Antonio. But let's check out where Santa Claus is right now. One thing I love about NORAD is that they show Santa here and even Rudolph. Look at that, his little red nose. That's pretty awesome there. So Santa's working his way through China as we speak, and it is cold, so Santa will feel just at home. It's 25 degrees in San Antonio. That's up from sunrise when we were at 19. So that sun is doing its job. It's warming us up slowly right now, but by noon, we're going to be above freezing in San Antonio. It's cold in Bandera, where it's 18, 20 in Kerrville, 26 in New Braunfels, 20 in Seguin, and 24 in Converse. Today, we're looking at a high temperature of 41, so we'll be above freezing, but by 8 p.m. tonight, we'll be back below freezing. And for Christmas morning itself, 22 degrees, a hard freeze expected on Christmas morning. In fact, tomorrow morning could rank among our coldest Christmas mornings ever. I'll tell you more details about that and, of course, detail your Christmas forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. To a top story we've been following this morning. San Antonio firefighters battling a fire at an apartment complex on the city's northeast side. It broke out around 7 this morning along the 39,000 block of Barrington Street near the Woodmont Townhomes apartment complex. This is just outside of Loop 410 near Starcrest. At this time, information is extremely limited. We don't know how many units were affected or how many people have been displaced at this time, but as soon as we get that information, we'll keep you posted on air and online.
And San Antonio firefighters also had their hands full overnight with fires across the city.
And a space heater is being blamed for a fire along Meadow Trail Drive. It happened around 11:15 last night at a home of a family of 5. Fire crews say the flames quickly spread throughout a bedroom. 2 children and 3 adults were able to make it out safely. Firefighters contained the blaze to the bedroom, but there's significant damage. The family did say they had a place to stay overnight.
This morning, San Antonio Water System says so far the city's infrastructure is holding up to the freezing temps we've had this week. But also the city says it got over 1,000 calls from customers Friday saying their pipes froze. As you heard from Sarah Spivey, we have to get through the next few days before things warm up. SAWS wants to remind everyone, if you haven't already, to keep the water moving in your pipes. At least one faucet inside your house or apartment needs to have a slow drip going. And if you have pipes on an outside wall that are hidden inside a cabinet, open the cabinets to let warm air circulate around the pipes, and make sure you wrap outside pipes and turn off your sprinkler system. And if you lose power or need a place to escape the cold weather, there are 7 warming centers open across the city and county. If you need transportation, VIA is offering free rides to anyone. Just remember to bring your own medication, clothes, and supplies. The city of Boerne also has a warming center that will be open until Monday. It's at the Patrick Heath Public Library. We have all this information on our website, KSAT.com.
Over in Bandera County, people are hoping the heat stays on after rolling outages early Friday morning. An equipment failure at Medina Lake substation caused outages to about 1,400 homes from Medina Lake up through parts of Bandera and Kendall County. When the co-op tried moving those customers over to a different substation, it overloaded the system.
They didn't fail. They did what they're supposed to do by, having protective settings in place. And then we did have to rotate outages to be able to rebalance and reset that equipment.
It took the co-op about 12 hours to restore power.
And CPS Energy is offering customers some suggestions to help keep their next bill down. For those who can, keep the thermostat at 68 degrees, but don't turn off the heat so your pipes won't freeze. And if you have ceiling fans, make sure the blades are going in a clockwise pattern to push heat down into the room. And for those of you who have an electric vehicle, charge them up during the day to avoid the high demand overnight. All right, time is 9:03, 24 degrees.
Still to come on GMSA, porch pirates are an unfortunate welcome side effect of the holidays, but some homeowners are getting back at them with a little creativity.
And up next in your morning headlines, a deadly shooting at the biggest mall in the country, packed with holiday shoppers running for cover. What we've been able to learn this morning.
24 degrees. That temperature is inching up a bit as we climb up to 9:03 this morning. How much longer will this hard freeze stick around for on Christmas Eve and Christmas? Sarah Spivey has a forecast when we come back.
Holiday traditions at the Sears household. We decorate for Christmas inside and outside, but we don't start till the day after Thanksgiving. Inside, we always have a nativity scene set up somewhere. And our Christmas morning is when we open up the packages and enjoy our time together. These days, usually just me and my wife for a good part of the day. And then we have a ham for our Christmas lunch. And I want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Topping your morning headlines, a deadly shooting at the biggest mall in the country, the Mall of America in Minnesota, packed with holiday shoppers running for cover. It
happened Friday night, and right now a search for the gunman responsible for killing a teenager. Police say the shooter opened fire inside Nordstrom. Nearby officers hearing the shots, finding a 19-year-old man hit several times. Investigators say it happened during an argument and fist fight between a group of 5 to 9 people. And we're also seeing the effects of what's being called a once-in-a-generation storm. Hundreds of millions of Americans are under weather alerts this morning, with the cold conditions turning deadly in places like Ohio. Also across the country, over 5,000 flights canceled just before Christmas. Now for many passengers, no relief in sight. Airlines are booked out for days, meaning rebooking could take several more days at a time while families are trying to come together this weekend.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that a good portion of the nation is dealing with all of those travel troubles. You know, on the roads here in Texas, though, things are actually going to be totally fine. We're going to be seeing sunny skies, although it is cold out there right now. So if you're traveling by road across the state of Texas, no real worries there. It is cold. It's 25 degrees. Winds are from the north at 10 miles per hour. Now, that's less than yesterday, but it's enough to still make it feel like it's 16 degrees outside with that wind chill. And boy, is it dry out there. Dew points in the single digits right now. Up a little bit from yesterday, but again, a very dry air mass in place. You're going to need that chapstick and lotion throughout the day today. It feels like it's 16 in New Braunfels, feels like it's 15 in Hondo. So again, some areas dealing with a wind chill, but it's really these freezing temperatures. Our second hard freeze in a row that we're dealing with this morning around south central Texas. It's 20 in Kerrville, 23 in Uvalde, 19 in Rock Springs, 25 in Beeville, and 27 in Corpus Christi. Now, everyone across the state of Texas experienced a freeze this morning, but it's above freezing in Brownsville now, where it's 33 degrees. Otherwise, though, Texas is still on the rocks, all right? We have got 16 in Amarillo, 19 in Midland, 23 in El Paso, and 28 in Houston. But here's the key. Total sunshine around the state of Texas. Earlier, we had a few flurries south of Dallas, but those had zero impact on the roads. And so if you're planning on heading out over across Texas throughout the day and even into Monday and beyond, it's going to be very quiet across Texas for road travel. Temperatures are finally going to warm up across the state too. Most of us will be above freezing. Exception to that could be extreme North Texas near the Red River, but generally high temperatures well above freezing around Texas. Some folks around Texas had to deal with temperatures below freezing for more than 24 hours, including the hill country here in around San Antonio. So otherwise today, total sunshine. We should be above freezing by noon. That's some good news. And then in the afternoon, a chilly day. 40 is only going to be the high temperature today, but a little bit warmer than yesterday. Yesterday we got up to about 34 here in San Antonio. So we're going to be above that today. But then tonight, here's the key. We get below freezing as early as 8 p.m. So don't pack up all of the stuff that you wrapped the plants with. Keep those pipes wrapped too, because we expect another hard freeze early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, it's going to be a cool day today. Generally a high temperature right around 40 across south central Texas. Here's another key though. This is the tomorrow morning, Christmas morning's lows. It's going to be a cold Christmas morning. Temperatures are going to be in the teens in the hill country, low 20s around San Antonio. It'll be 19 in Helotes, 23 in New Braunfels, 24 at Stinson, 22 in Hondo, and 19 in Bandera. Hard to believe that this time yesterday, our highs were last year rather, were in the 70s around Christmas time. Yeah, that seems like a distant past. In fact, if we get down to 22 degrees in San Antonio tomorrow morning, that will be the coldest, second coldest Christmas on record, and records go all the way back to 1885. If you've been around San Antonio for quite some time, you may remember the Christmas mornings of 1983 and 1989 when it was well below freezing as well. So tomorrow, 22 in the early morning hours, a hard freeze is expected for us. Sunrise right around 7:26. So if you're going to Christmas services right around sunrise, bring that heavy coat with you, that scarf. By noon though, it'll be in the upper 40s and near 50 degrees around 4 p.m. For the afternoon high for Christmas Day. Feeling like Christmas on Christmas Day. All right, let's talk about our next big thing. Our next big thing is going to be the fact that we're going to be back into the 70s by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Until then, we have a couple of freezing mornings to deal with. Of course, tomorrow the hard freeze in the morning hours. Monday, a relatively hard freeze expected too. And then Tuesday morning, a light freeze. But you can do away with those freeze precautions, I would say, as early as about Monday afternoon, probably, because a freeze at 32 is not nearly going to be causing any kind of major damage or anything. Although I think you should keep your pets inside no matter what, because it's going to be very cold in the evening hours for us. So yeah, you guys are hitting the road today, right?
That's right.
No problems whatsoever.
That's good to know.
I checked my tire pressure was low this morning.
That's a good reminder. It's cold outside, so make sure you check your tire pressure before you head out.
Yeah, definitely. You know, when the temperature drops, I always get that alert. But I'm telling you, this morning, I just kind of like threw it in reverse and got to work as fast as I could. But it's always important to just, you know, check everything before you hit the road for sure, just to be safe.
Pack some water, pack a blanket just in case.
By the way, I got the pollen count in. I'll show you that in the next half hour, and we'll take a check on where Santa Claus is too.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
Definitely.
It's 9:13 and 25 degrees.
That's right. And still ahead, if you've ever had anything stolen off your porch, you might want to pay attention to our next story. How homeowners are getting revenge on holiday porch pirates after the break.
Let's take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 2, 2, 3, Fireball 9, Daily 4, 1, 8, 5, 0, Fireball 7.
And Cash 5, those numbers are 2, 4, 13, 14, and 28. The Mega Millions, 15, 21, 32, 38, 62.
Mega Ball 8, Mega Plier 4. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Alexis Page, one of the producers here at KSAT. My holiday tradition every year, most of my family lives away, so I do a gift exchange with my close friends that live here in San Antonio. It's really nice. We get together, we open up the packages, we talk about why we gave each other the gifts, and then usually from there, we're dressed up in our pajamas, and if we have the day off, we hang out and watch Christmas movies. If not, I will wear my pajamas to work. Feliz Navidad!
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. Right now, we're just under 15 hours till Christmas, and that means last-minute gift deliveries from Amazon, UPS, or FedEx.
And they're starting early. My camera went off at 6 in the morning, and I was like, oh my God, someone's in my driveway. No, Amazon, they were doing their job. So that also means, unfortunately, porch pirates will be on the prowl, stealing packages, some even caught on camera. But that doesn't mean homeowners aren't doing anything to stop them. In Campbell, California, police are putting GPS devices in so-called bait packages to track down thieves. And people like Matt Coates in Portland, along with his dog Marlo, came up with a, oh no, stinky surprise for a porch pirate in their neighborhood.
I had something disappear off the porch, and it was really frustrating. So I figured it would probably happen again. So I filled up a box full of dog poop, packed it full, left it on the porch.
All right, so 3 days later, the stinky box was gone and the thief was caught on camera in for a surprise. Other examples of the homeowners getting revenge include a former NASA engineer who built a glitter bomb to deter thieves. When the packages are opened, glitter sprays everywhere. Therefore, all of that evidence. You know how hard it is to get rid of glitter?
Oh, yeah. Nearly impossible. Now, the cool thing would be to see the reaction. Capture that on film.
Only could get that reaction.
Now, looking ahead, David Elder is giving away a PlayStation 5 consoles during Texas Eat this morning at 10 a.m.
Plus, he's checking out a brand new beer garden just north of San Antonio. Let's take a look.
You can also get bao buns, and I love the presentation on these. And that's actually pork belly in there, right?
It is, yes. We smoke that in-house.
So that smoked flavor is on there, though.
Definitely.
And that's what you're kind of looking for, right?
Yes, sir.
You actually have a lime in the middle.
You got to squeeze the lime.
Yeah.
The lime, you got to squeeze it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Give me some elbow.
You gotta do it.
I always like to say, you got a lime, you got to use it. Cheers to you. All right, the bao buns.
Bro.
Wow, that just looked absolutely delicious.
Pork belly.
Say no more.
I want pork belly.
No
Look
more.
at that. Oh my gosh. That's what I want for Christmas.
Me too.
Okay. All right. It's 9:20 and 25 degrees.
Up next, a dramatic rescue caught on camera. How law enforcement was able to save a moose with help from a lot of lassos.
Oh.
This morning, a story you don't see every day.
Caught on camera, a moose in Washington state struggling to stay afloat after getting trapped in icy water. Go ahead and take a look. After a while, it was safe enough for officers to mount a rescue as firefighters watched nearby to make sure no one actually fell into that icy water. It took over 5 hours, numerous lassos and all the strength they had to pull this moose to shore. It recovered in one officer's arms for a bit, and it was back on her feet soon after.
A pit horse in Minnesota is recovering after falling through ice last week. The horse's owner was out of town at the time of the accident, but the two finally reunited Friday. Hope McKinley's horse, Wilson, escaped from home, wandered 6 miles, and fell through the ice of Big Wood Lake in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. It took 4 hours for a team of friends, neighbors, and a tow truck driver to rescue the 1,200-pound Mustang. Now, the ice was only 4 inches thick. Wilson's vet on Friday gave Hope a lot of good news. The only lingering issue is a cut above the eye from the ice. The doctor's orders moving forward: more rest, more love, and more treats.
Oh, poor Wilson.
I know.
I'm glad he's finally reunited with
Yeah, definitely,
owner.
definitely. What an adventure for Wilson.
It's like a good children's storybook.
It is. That's a good idea, Sarah. I see that for you.
All right, call my agent. 9:25 and 25 degrees.
And still ahead at 9:30, a man in Texas isn't letting a house fire keep him from a proposal. Don't miss how it all unfolded.
And with all the holiday travel this weekend, we went to Buc-ee's to see how Texans are handling their holidays so far. Happy Christmas Eve!
Happy Christmas Eve. It's finally here. It's 9:30 on this Saturday, December 24th.
Do you have any Christmas Eve traditions that you do?
No, I just like to eat really good traditional Christmas food, and that's as traditional as it gets.
No,
for me.
we just eat. Yeah, my family does a lot of eating, drinking champagne. We love
like
champagne, Prosecco. Sarah Spivey.
Well, you know, my husband and I, we sing Silent Night and show it on KSAT. So that's going to be actually coming up here closer to 10. So I hope you'll stick around for that. And a tradition that I've been able to do the last few years is track Santa Claus. Let's take a look at where Santa Claus is right now. He was last seen in, you ready for this? Yeah. Australia. That was good. Down under. Yeah. He's already delivered 1.5 billion presents. He's very fast. Yeah. Okay. Pardon me if anybody from Australia is actually watching our newscast. Ball count showing moles are low at 200. That's some good news. As far as temperatures go, though, it is a frigid morning out there. It's 25 in San Antonio, but temperatures are rising. I just checked, and we're now currently at 26 in San Antonio. We're going to be above freezing by lunch. 23 in Bulverde, 22 in Kerrville, 27 at Stinson, 24 in Seguin. At last check, SAWS was reporting about 1,000 customers who have had issues with freezing pipes. That's in comparison to about 500,000 customers they serve across Bexar County. So keep in mind that you're going to want to keep your pipes dripping tonight, your faucets dripping tonight, because we're expecting another hard freeze. But during the afternoon today, we'll warm up to above freezing. By noon, it'll be 34, 41 for the afternoon high temperature. Northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's what we're going to talk about in the headlines. Above freezing by lunch. Tomorrow, though, that hard freeze in the morning as we start off Christmas. It will be sunny, though, Christmas Day, and near 50 degrees. But in true Texas fashion, we'll be back to 70 by Wednesday. I'll show you how warm we'll actually get this week coming up in just a bit. Jonathan.
Thank you, Sarah. To a top story that's making headlines across the country, a deadly shooting at the biggest mall in the country.
Holiday shoppers were sent running for cover after gunfire at the Mall of America in Minnesota. ABC's Justin Finch has the latest.
Overnight, a deadly shooting inside Minnesota's Mall of America, sending terrified shoppers buying last-minute gifts running for cover just days before Christmas.
Report of shots fired in Nordstrom.
We have reports of one victim, teen section.
Police saying the shooter opened fire inside Nordstrom. Nearby officers hearing the shots, finding a 19-year-old man hit several times.
This is before Christmas, and now they're having to bury one of their loved ones.
Investigators saying it happened during an argument and fist fight between a group of 5 to 9 people.
We saw some people running towards us, and I've learned that if people are running towards us, and a lot of them, like, you don't walk towards whatever they're running from.
The largest mall in the country, packed with holiday shoppers under lockdown for more than an hour. Taylor Johnson hid in the back of a store with other shoppers.
The two girls in there, they're a little bit younger, and they were calling their parents. They were crying on the phone, talking about how they love them.
And that was ABC's Justin Finch reporting. So happening today, we want to remind you about our Red Kettle campaign for the Salvation Army. You guys have helped us reach our goal of $2,000 to help families in need this holiday season.
And we want to say thank you for those donations, and there's still more time to give. Just scan this QR that you see on your screen right now, and it will take you to our donation page.
Donations are being accepted until midnight tonight on Christmas Eve. Thank you so much to our wonderful, generous viewers. Now back to a local story. Hundreds of people are getting the gift of good sleep. Sleep in Heavenly Peace volunteers are distributing the beds they built. The organization says it's the largest bed giveaway in the country.
Camelia Juarez is on the Northeast where it's all happening. Camelia, tell us what's going on.
Jonathan, Sarah, it's very active out here. There are hundreds of volunteers. I'm here on the northeast side. And as you can see, I mean, the cars are lining up. People are dropping off the beds. And here from Sleep from Heavenly Peace is David. So David, first, can you tell us why do we do this every year?
Well, there's so many kids in the towns around the country. In San Antonio, like 3% of the population is anticipated kids don't have beds. And so this organization got started about 11 years ago in San Antonio about 4 years ago. And we now have like 300 and some chapters around the country that do this. And we provide beds for kids that don't have beds.
Okay, and you said that families can register. They registered in advance for this, and now they're picking them up. So first, can you tell me how were these beds built? I mean, they were made by volunteers?
Right. The volunteers come in. The lumber, the labor, the tools, everything is on a volunteer basis. It's a 501c3 organization, Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Donations carry and we have grants, we have businesses that donate. When people hear about us, they want to donate. So we have over the course of a year, we have lots of donations. People come in and build from raw wood to finished product of beds that are taken out and delivered in homes.
Wow, so we're looking at what was raw wood and is now somebody's place to sleep. I love that. That's so exciting. And then can you tell me how many beds we're giving out today? You said that this was likely one of the biggest bed giveaways in the country.
Yep, this is our annual event. We deliver beds throughout the year and make beds during the course of the year, but we save up a bunch of materials for the end of the year. We're going to deliver about 350 beds today out to the community in San Antonio for those people that have registered and we've approved for bedding. And so we've got one of the largest distributions of bedding in the country right now for Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
And it's not just bedding just beds or, like little bed frames. I see mattresses. What else are we giving families today?
The entire bed, the bed frame itself, the bunk bed. We can make bunk beds, we can make single beds. The mattress goes with it, the pillows, the bedding, all the sheets, everything they need. And at Christmas time, we have people donate stockings. So a lot of the kids will get a stocking that some of those kids, that's all they get for Christmas.
Wow, a stocking with their bed, a gift, and bedding. We love to hear it. So, like I said, there's over 300 beds are being given away to families right now, and that's a great gift on this Christmas Eve. Right now, I'll send it right back to y'all in the studio. Jonathan, Sarah?
Thank you, Camelia. You know, when you hear a child, when they ask for something for Christmas and they say, oh, I want my own bed, you know, it's really heartwarming, and that, especially that this organization is able to make those dreams come true and make a child feel safe and comfortable. Safe and comfortable. I mean, those are the essentials for a child, right? They need those two things without a doubt. I'm glad this organization exists. All right, it's 9:36 and 26 degrees. And still ahead at 9:30, Texans aren't the only ones who are struggling with the cold this weekend. We'll check on one state that's dealing with over 1,500 crashes caught on camera. And up next, we're headed to Buc-ee's and New Braunfels to check in with drivers as they head out to see loved ones for Christmas. And taking a look outside with live cam, we know it's 26 degrees. The good thing is the sun's out, so we're hoping things will warm up, even if just a little bit. We'll take it. We'll check in with Sarah Spivey for the latest on the forecast.
My name is MJ Einach, and a tradition that me and my family do is that we hide a pickle in the Christmas tree, like a pickle ornament, which I thought only we did until like last year, and then I found out it's a German thing, but we're not German, so I think we just have fun with it.
Hi, my name is Azian Vermeer, and my favorite holiday tradition is we like to watch Home Alone 1 and 2 every Christmas with my girls, and now my son. Merry Christmas to everybody, everyone out there in these nutcrackers.
Welcome back. Texas Parks and Wildlife is temporarily closing parts of the coast this weekend because of the freezing weather. The agency says a hard freeze can kill game fish in shallow bay areas. Fish that survive the cold temps tend to congregate in fewer, deeper areas where they become sluggish and prone to capture. However, the closure is temporary. Texas Parks and Wildlife will notify the public when fishing can resume, and you can find out to find out which saltwater fishing areas along the coast are closed. You can head on over to our website, KSAT.com, and click on the story. As winter weather continues to impact roads in the Midwest, countless people are either making a trip to the body shop or trying to slow their heart rate after they crashed or spun out on the road this week. Now, many of those crashes were caught on traffic cameras. The Minnesota State Patrol says they've covered almost 900 crashes since Wednesday and almost 900 spinouts. In total, about 80 people have been hurt. Right now, crews are working around the clock this weekend to try and get roads reopened as soon as possible.
Back here at home, many people are saying no to planes and trains for Christmas travel. Instead, they're driving. Thousands are hitting the road today, and roads are expected to be a little clogged this weekend. So we traveled up to Buc-ee's in New Braunfels last night and caught up with people who are driving to their destinations.
Traffic in Dallas was heavy, Waco was heavy, Austin was heavy, but I finally made it.
Oh, not crazy at all. Beautiful roads, just cold weather, no rain, beautiful, dry weather.
Plan out your trip, make sure that, you know, like potential stops and things like that, and just have plenty of time for unexpected things to come out.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Okay, beaver nuggets, they're kolaches.
So good.
So good. Also, like, they're brisket, you know, it's not like, you know, known Texas brisket, but like if you just want a quick like brisket sandwich.
It's good gas station brisket.
For gas station brisket, come on.
Absolutely. Now here's the thing, that guy had it exactly right. You know, cold, but there's no precipitation across Texas. So the roads are going to be okay as far as the weather is concerned. Traffic, well, you know how it is on Christmas and Christmas Eve. It is very cold outside, though, right now. Currently, take a look at temperatures across San Antonio. 27 Stinson area, 25 Kelly, 24 JBSA Randolph. It's 25 in San Antonio. We've got winds from the north at about 10 miles per hour. It's 24 in Kerrville, 17 still in Junction, 28 in Del Rio, 29 in Cotulla. All of us below freezing, and a second hard freeze in a row here for San Antonio. Let's take a closer look around the metro area. Hondo, good morning. You're waking up at 25 degrees, 20 in Los Maples, 24 in Seguin and New Braunfels. It's 26, 23 in Bernie. Now, although winds are not as strong as they were yesterday. Yesterday, we were seeing wind gusts of up to 20, 25 miles per hour. We do still have a stout wind from the north at 10 miles per hour. So it does feel like it's in the teens around San Antonio. If you have to make some last minute errands this morning, bring the scarf with you, bring the jacket. You're going to need it. Temperatures are in the teens. Also, very, very dry outside. Chapstick weather, dew points in the single digits. You're going to want to put on a little extra lotion today wherever you're going. Even dew points below 0 up in the hill country. Yeah, dew points can get that low. So static weather and also very dry outside. But we are going to be able to get above freezing. Everyone is going to be able to get above freezing today. You know, yesterday there were a few locations across the hill country that still stayed below freezing. Today we'll be above freezing by noon. It's going to be a chilly afternoon, right around 40 degrees for the high temperature. And then tonight, it will be freezing again by about 8 o'clock. So don't forget to keep those 4 Ps in place. Make sure you're taking care of pets. Make sure you're taking care of people. Make sure you're taking care of the pipes still. Keep those dripping tonight. And of course, keep your plants covered as well. But we will get above freezing during the day today, 41 in Uvalde, and 41 seems to be the number on the map, right near 40 degrees for the high temperature. But tomorrow morning, we do expect that hard freeze again. 19 in Kerrville, 21 in Uvalde, waking up in San Antonio at 22 degrees tomorrow morning. One of the coldest Christmas mornings on record for us. 20 in Canyon Lake. It'll be 20 in Rio Medina, 24 at Nixon Smiley, and 19 in Bandera. But even warmer tomorrow afternoon. Still chilly. You're still going to want to wear that Christmas sweater during the day. Sunrise at about 7:26 for any sunrise Christmas masses or services. 44 around noon. 50 for the high temperature. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, while travel is going to be perfectly fine across the state of Texas, it's a different story across the United States. We've had 2 systems working their way across the U.S. Take a look at how cold it is, too, around the United States. Most of us experiencing freezing temperatures out there, even Orlando at 35. Now, areas of travel spots today across the skies will likely be near the Great Lakes, where they're expecting blizzard-like conditions. Christmas Day itself will start off pretty quiet, but by the evening across the plains and across the Midwest, we expect some delays as well. By Monday, it's going to be quiet across Texas. All right, we do not anticipate any travel issues if you're heading back home across Texas on the roads on Monday. but across the Great Lakes, there will be some travel issues as well. So looking just at the forecast, just to recap everything, a cold start tomorrow with a hard freeze. We could likely see a hard freeze on Monday as well. And Tuesday, a light freeze possible. But here's the thing, temperatures get above 60 degrees, get above 70 by the middle of the week and into next weekend. So it's hard to believe, but then of course this is Texas, so you know how we can do those temperature swings in the winter time. So
our poor plants outside, I mean, they're all dead now. Yeah, and then, 70, it doesn't know what season it's in. My rose bushes were like full blooming 2 days ago.
That's why it takes somebody like Sarah who knows what she's doing to keep her garden alive.
Because I killed a lot of plants, and that's how I know, after lots of killing of plants.
Here we go. Time is 9:47, temperature 26 degrees.
Still to come, a wild winter video caught on cam in Alaska showing a giant moose on the loose with something to lose. We'll investigate next.
And taking a look at TransGuide around San Antonio, things are looking okay on the roads, tons of sunshine. If you do have plans to travel around, bring those sunglasses with you. That's 37 at Hackberry. Smooth sailing.
My name is Stefania Jimenez. I'm an anchor here at KSAT News, and one of my favorite holiday traditions is done Boricua style, baby. So what my family and I do is we make pasteles, which is our version, the Puerto Rican version of tamales. Those are actually done weeks before. And we also make pernil, which is pork shoulder, and arroz con gandules. And the whole house smells like it, and I swear whenever I smell that, it smells like Christmas to me. So that's basically our Christmas tradition. Us, all in the kitchen, cooking, dancing, laughing, very loud music, and that's just how we do Christmas at my house. We just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, a happy holiday season, and of course, Feliz Navidad.
Welcome back as we continue our countdown to Christmas. In Alaska, a couple got an early Christmas gift from a wild and woolly visitor.
And it was delivered right to their home. Tyra Bogart says they're used to seeing moose on their doorbell cam, but what they saw was this massive moose on the loose, losing its antlers. The moose took off, and Tyra's husband, Chance, went out to collect the rack, a fine prize for any hunter. Delivered right to his door. Wildlife officials say it's normal for moose to shed their antlers in the winter.
Wow, that's really cool. Now, a newly engaged couple is one of 4 families.
I got this, John. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so there 4 families were displaced after a house fire in Texas. No injuries were reported, but a pet was found dead inside the home. Robert Kemper and his girlfriend Kaylee Tilton were 2 of the people who nearly lost everything in that fire. They say firefighters were able to save all of their Christmas presents, including an engagement ring that Kemper proposed to Tilton with later Friday morning. The Red Cross is helping the families that were left homeless by this fire. Officials believe an electrical issue caused the blaze.
All right, time is 9:52, temperatures 27 degrees.
Looking ahead, David Elder is giving away a PlayStation 5 console during Texas Eats this morning at 10 a.m.
Plus, he's teaming up with San Antonio celebrity to search out some of the spiciest foods in town. Take a look.
Next bite, open it up. Carne asada and cheese. Look at this one, load it up. We're going for the green salsa. Yeah. This one's gonna have a little bit more of the kick to it. You can see the seeds, it's got some more character. But again, standard table salsa. Yeah. Cheers to you. Cheers, brother. All right, the carne asada with the green salsa. That one's got a little bit to it.
Mm-hmm. It really goes well with the carne guisada.
Yes.
That green salsa always does.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's acidic, it has great notes to it.
and it's got a little kick. It's got a little kick.
It's got a little tiny little baby kick to it. So on this one, what are you thinking? Like, it's right below the middle, right? I mean,
it's right below a 5.
Yeah, right
if you're doing a 1 to 10.
Right. Yeah, right below a 5. Okay. Yeah.
All right, we're tracking Santa all day. He currently is working his way through Thailand. He's delivered 1.7 billion presents. It is still below freezing out there, 28, but already up 10 degrees from the start of the day thanks to total sunshine. We'll make it to 41 this afternoon, but a hard freeze expected early tomorrow. So keep those pipes wrapped up. Make sure your pets stay inside and keep those plants covered as well. 50 degrees tomorrow for the high temperature. And as we look ahead, you know, another hard freeze Monday morning probable for us, but temperatures are finally going to get back into the 70s by the middle of this upcoming week. You know, Jonathan and Sarah, it's been such a wonderful morning with you guys, being able to be here on Christmas Eve. I know that Christmas can be an emotional time for people, but there's a tradition that me and my husband have been able to do here on KSAT, and that's to sing Silent Night.
This is one of my favorite traditions that Sarah and her husband Michael do.
Well, we feel so grateful to be able to come into your homes and to do that. And so I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. Here's Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round your virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Merry Christmas.